Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to be diving deep into the world of AI and image processing with insights from Andrew N.
Andrew Ng, the founder of Landing AI.
Exactly. We've got his latest on, agentic workflows and how these things are revolutionizing the field, especially in image processing.
And his emphasis on building applications, not just chasing big models.
Yes. Like his point about GPT 3.5.
With a cleverly designed agent.
Yeah. Outperforming GPT-4 really challenges the AI arms race.
Absolutely. Like he's saying, you don't always need the biggest model, right? Sometimes smarter workflow is the key.
It really is. And with API costs dropping, 80% year over year, this becomes even more important.
Definitely makes powerful AI tools accessible to more people.
Doesn't it? And it makes me think about that connection Eng made to the whole society of mind versus the single algorithm debate.
Oh, that's a fascinating one. You've got that society of mind theory from Marvin Minsky.
Where intelligence arises from the interaction of many simple agents.
Exactly, like a decentralized system where specialized modules work together to achieve some complex goal.
Contrasting that with the single algorithm theory, where it's all about one powerful algorithm.
Like those driving deep learning to try and replicate human intelligence.
So where does agentic AI fit into all of this?
It seems to bridge the two concepts. We're still using powerful single algorithms, but structuring them within workflows that mimic this idea of multiple agents working together.
So it's like we're taking the best of both worlds.
It really is. And Landing AI's Vision Agent is a prime example of this.
Vision Agent is really spearheading this image processing revolution that Eng talks about.
Absolutely. And it addresses the shortcomings of traditional one-shot analysis by breaking down tasks into more manageable steps.
It's like providing the AI with instructions, right? But the incredible part is it can generate the code to actually execute those instructions.
Exactly. That's the game changer. Eng used a great example of this, counting people on a soccer field.
Instead of trying to analyze the entire image at once, Vision Agent could first identify all the people.
And then simply count them. A more efficient approach.
Makes perfect sense. Eng also demonstrated Vision Agent indexing videos and finding specific objects like a gray wolf at night.
Or a skier in midair. This is where things get really exciting. We're not just talking about analyzing images anymore. We're talking about understanding motion and behavior.
And maybe even predicting what might happen next. Eng emphasized that this goes beyond just manufacturing or healthcare.
The potential applications for media, security, and even travel are huge.
Imagine searching through a massive video library for every instance of a specific action.
Incredible. But with this power comes a critical challenge. AI often works with probabilities, not certainties.
Which raises the question of trust. How do we prevent people from blindly accepting AI-generated answers, especially in situations with big consequences?
That's a critical consideration, and N addressed this directly. He highlighted the importance of design patterns, like confirmation flows for actions with higher stake.
Like before authorizing a major financial transaction based on an AI suggestion, the system would require a clear confirmation.
Absolutely, ensuring the user understands the potential repercussions.
It's like adding that safety net, a layer of human oversight to help prevent unintended consequences.
Right, but even beyond specific design patterns, we need to foster a better understanding of how AI works, its strengths and its limitations.
Moving away from this perception of AI as an all-knowing oracle.
Towards a more nuanced understanding of its capabilities.
So if AI learns from data, what happens when that data is constantly changing and evolving? How do we build AI systems that can adapt and stay relevant in a world of dynamic information?
That brings us to the world of continuous learning. We need AI that can constantly learn and adapt, not just be trained once and deployed.
So instead of AI that just reacts, we're talking about AI that anticipates, learns, and evolves.
Precisely. Imagine an AI system that could predict trends by understanding the underlying dynamics of a situation.
That would be transformative for fields like finance, healthcare, even climate modeling.
It could allow us to predict and mitigate risks before they even fully emerge. But continuous learning brings its own set of new challenges.
Like the need for explainability and transparency.
Exactly. As AI systems become more complex, we have to understand how they're reaching their decisions.
Explainable AI becomes so important. It's about building trust and accountability into these systems.
Making sure that people understand how they work and learn demystifying AI and empowering people to use it for good.
This ties into another crucial aspect of continuous learning, the need for explainability and transparency. As AI systems become more complex, it becomes essential that we understand how they make decisions, especially when those decisions have real-world consequences.
We have to move away from the black box approach to AI. Explainable AI is about building trust and accountability into these systems.
It's about ensuring that users, regulators, and society as a whole understand how these systems work, how they learn, and how they can be held responsible for their actions.
It's about demystifying AI and empowering people to use it as a force for good.
Well said. And that, I think, is one of the biggest challenges as we move further into the age of intelligent machines.
It's not just about building smarter AI. It's about building AI that aligns with our values, our ethics, and our aspirations for a better future.
This requires conversation, collaboration, and a shared understanding between the creators of AI and the people it's meant to serve.
Absolutely. Now, before we get too caught up in the big picture, let's bring it back to visual AI and its practical applications. We were talking about how this tech is already transforming industries beyond just manufacturing and healthcare.
Yes. Eng showed us some amazing examples of Vision Agent indexing videos, instantly finding specific objects or events within hours of footage. Imagine the possibilities for media companies, researchers, even security agencies.
It's like having Google search for video, but on a whole new level.
It's mind-blowing to think about how much valuable information is hidden in video footage just waiting to be unlocked by these intelligent systems.
Ugh.
And as they become more sophisticated, they won't just find information, they'll analyze it, draw insights, and maybe even predict future events.
Now that's where things get really futuristic. We're talking about AI not just understanding what happened, but why it happened and what might happen next. It's almost like giving AI a sense of intuition. It's a fascinating area of research that raises all sorts of ethical and philosophical questions. But for now, let's focus on the more immediate impact of this technology.
Right. We were discussing how the falling cost of AI APIs is making this tech more accessible to businesses of all sizes. But there's still a challenge in understanding how to effectively implement these systems.
Definitely. That's where platforms like Landing AI's Vision Agent come into play. They make it easier for developers to build these advanced visual AI applications without needing a PhD in machine learning.
So we're seeing a democratization of AI.
Exactly. These powerful tools are no longer limited to just tech giants and research labs.
It's like opening up this whole AI toolbox to anyone with a good idea and the drive to make it happen.
Precisely. And that's why I believe we're on the verge of a truly remarkable era in tech advancements, one driven not just by computing power, but by human ingenuity and collaboration.
I couldn't agree more. And on that optimistic note, I think it's time to wrap up part 1 of our deep dive into the future of visual AI. We've only scratched the surface here.
Indeed. In part 2, we'll delve deeper into the challenges of human oversight, the evolving nature of data, and the need for continuous learning in AI systems. So be sure to tune in for more insights and discussions.
Absolutely. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI.
Great advice. See you in part 2. Welcome back to our exploration of visual AI. In the last part, we were talking about the potential of agentic workflows and how they're changing the AI landscape. Now I think it's crucial to address the evolving role of human oversight in all of this.
It's a critical point. As these systems become more and more sophisticated, are we heading towards a world where humans just become passive observers? Or is there a way to maintain a meaningful role in all of this, and how AI develops and how it's applied?
That's a question that's generating a lot of debate right now. Some people argue that as AI becomes more capable of independent learning and decision-making, human intervention will become less necessary.
Like AI managing itself.
That's the idea. But there's a growing number of people who believe that human oversight is more important now than ever.
Because of the potential for things to go wrong.
Exactly. Unintended consequences, biases, ethical dilemmas, things AI might not be equipped to handle on its own.
It goes back to what we were discussing earlier. AI is great at analyzing data and spotting patterns,
but doesn't necessarily understand human values, ethics, and all the nuances of context.
So human oversight is about making sure that AI aligns with our goals, our values, our understanding of the world.
It's not about micromanaging every single step an AI takes.
More about setting boundaries, establishing ethical guidelines, and providing the context that AI might be missing.
Exactly. It's about using the power of AI while ensuring that it serves humanity.
Not the other way around. And this brings us to another challenge we touched on earlier, the fact that data itself is constantly changing. So if AI relies on learning from data, how do we make sure it can keep up with this ever-evolving information landscape?
That's where continuous learning comes in. We need to move beyond the traditional approach of training an AI on a fixed set of data and then letting it loose in the world.
So we need systems that can continuously adapt and learn as new data becomes available.
Exactly. Not just teaching AI what we already know,
but giving it the ability to learn on its own, to find new patterns, to update its understanding as information changes.
It requires a fundamental shift in how we design and build these systems, moving away from static algorithms
towards more dynamic systems that can incorporate new information, refine their models, and even question their own assumptions.
It's like giving AI the ability to self-correct, to recognize when its knowledge is outdated, and to actively seek out new information to fill in the gaps.
It's a tall order, but it's crucial if we want AI systems that are truly robust, adaptable, and reliable over the long term.
It's all about finding the right balance. The power of AI needs to be balanced with human oversight. We need to balance automation with ethical considerations, and the pursuit of technological advancement needs to be balanced with preserving human values and agency.
Finding that harmony is what will determine the future of visual AI and AI in general. It's not about picking one side over the other, but finding a way to integrate them so we can use this incredible technology while protecting what makes us human.
A journey that requires collaboration, thoughtful discussion, and a willingness to embrace both the opportunities and the challenges ahead.
Couldn't agree more. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about some of the exciting advancements in visual AI that are paving the way for this future.
One area that I find particularly captivating is the emergence of AI systems that can understand and generate not just images, but entire scenes and even narratives.
So AI that can watch a video and then create a summary, not just with words, but with a series of new images that capture the essence of what happened.
Exactly. It would revolutionize storytelling, content creation, even education. It's like AI is learning to understand and communicate using visuals, a language much closer to how we experience the world.
And it's not just about passive understanding.
Imagine AI collaborating with designers and artists, generating new ideas, pushing the boundaries of visual creativity.
That's incredible. But does that diminish the role of human creativity if AI can generate original art?
It's a complex question that we'll need to address as this technology continues to develop. But I believe that AI can ultimately enhance human creativity, not replace it.
It's about finding ways to collaborate, to use each other's strengths, to create something truly unique and compelling.
It all comes back to finding that balance, the balance between human ingenuity and technological innovation, between artistic expression and the power of algorithms.
As we go deeper into this landscape, we'll continue to explore these intricate relationships and the implications they have for the future of visual AI. Welcome back to our deep dive into visual AI. We've covered a lot of ground talking about how agentic workflows are changing the game and how continuous learning is crucial in this rapidly evolving field. But now I want to look ahead. What's next for visual AI? What's on the horizon, and how might these trends impact our lives?
The future of visual AI is incredibly exciting. We're already seeing some groundbreaking advancements that are pushing the limits of what's possible, and these innovations will have a profound impact on various industries and our daily lives.
So let's talk about those advancements. What breakthroughs are you most excited about? How do you see them shaping the future?
One area that I find particularly fascinating is the development of AI systems that can go beyond just perceiving and understanding visual information to actually reasoning about it on a more complex level.
So instead of just recognizing objects and classifying images, AI is moving towards a deeper understanding.
Exactly. Traditionally, AI has been great at tasks like object recognition, image classification, even facial recognition. But now researchers are pushing further, developing AI that can interpret entire scenes, infer relationships between objects, and even predict what might happen next based on visual cues.
So it's like moving from AI that simply sees to AI that understands what it's seeing.
Precisely. And this ability to reason about visual information unlocks so many new possibilities. Imagine an AI system monitoring security cameras that can not only detect suspicious behavior, but also assess the level of threat, predict potential outcomes, and even recommend appropriate responses.
That would completely change the game for security and surveillance. It's like having a super intelligent partner helping to anticipate and prevent problems before they even happen.
Absolutely. And this type of reasoning capability can be applied to so many different fields. In healthcare, it could help doctors analyze medical images with greater accuracy, identify subtle patterns that might indicate early signs of disease, and personalize treatment plans based on individual patient characteristics.
The potential for improving diagnoses, treatments, and overall patient care is huge. And this ability to reason visually could also revolutionize fields like robotics and autonomous systems.
For robots to truly interact with the world effectively, they need to understand their surroundings, make decisions based on what they see, and navigate complex environments safely and efficiently. AI systems that can reason visually are key to achieving this level of sophistication in robotics.
So robots that can learn, adapt, and interact with the world in a much more intelligent and intuitive way.
Exactly. And this leads us to another exciting trend in visual AI, the integration of multiple sensory inputs. Traditionally, AI systems have focused on analyzing data from a single source like images or videos, but now we're seeing systems that can combine visual information with data from other senses like audio, touch, even smell.
It's incredible. It's like we're moving towards AI that has a much more holistic understanding of the world, similar to how humans experience it.
Precisely. By combining multiple sensory inputs, AI can gain a richer and more nuanced understanding of what's happening. For example, an AI system that can both see and hear could not only identify a person speaking, but also interpret their emotional state based on facial expressions and tone of voice.
That opens up amazing possibilities for human-computer interaction. AI that can understand our intentions, respond to our emotions, and interact with us in a much more natural and intuitive way.
Exactly. And this integration of multiple senses is also driving advancements in augmented reality and virtual reality. By combining visual information with other sensory data, these technologies can create truly immersive experiences that are more realistic, engaging, and impactful.
It sounds like we're on the verge of a major transformation in visual AI, one that will revolutionize how we interact with the world, solve problems, and even how we express ourselves creatively.
I completely agree. The future of visual AI is full of promise, and I can't wait to see how these trends unfold and shape our world in the years to come.
This has been a truly fascinating exploration of visual AI. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and expertise with us today.
It's been my pleasure.
I think our listeners will come away with a much deeper understanding of this incredible field and a sense of awe at the possibilities that lie ahead.
The field of visual AI is constantly evolving, so stay curious, keep exploring, and who knows what incredible discoveries and applications await us.
That's a perfect note to end on. To all our listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of visual AI. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your minds curious, and be sure to tune in for more explorations of the cutting edge of technology